Hello there everyone and welcome to yet another week of the map Battle League. Now, as is tradition at this point, I forgot to choose my map. I told you that, of course, last week. And I keep saying every week that I'm not going to forget to choose the map for the next week, and then I forget to choose the map for the next week every week. There's honestly, I'm starting to kind of enjoy it. It's kind of fun to just like have that sort of roulette and just see what you get and just have to practice and kind of adapt to whatever it is. But still, I mean, it's not a good strategy for my success in the league. So if I actually remember to choose the map one of these times, I'm gonna actually do it. But I've just been very irresponsible. But it's kind of been fun to sort of explore unfamiliar things a little bit more. Anyway, what are we doing this week? Let me hide my webcam for a second. So this is how the table looks. Currently 6th place out of 14. It's pretty standard. Winning the home maps, losing the away maps generally is what's happening. But we're only 2 points off of first right now, so really it's going pretty well. And this week I have No Moving Africa, which is my random home map, which again is not that bad for me. No Moving tends to be pretty good compared to most of the players in here. I'm a better No Moving player. And then the moving, the away map rather is moving Francistown, Botswana, which sounds bad. However, I've practiced Francistown a little bit, and it's not that bad. It's very well signed, which is surprising to me. But cities that have good road signs honestly aren't that bad to play. So I'm hoping it goes well. I also looked at the leaderboard of the Francistown map because it's hardly been played at all because I was practicing, and I happened to notice that Werdok, my opponent, has a high score on the leaderboard, and his score was like 24-8-4-3 or something. So it's beatable, but barely. I'm not sure if that's actually his score or if that's just a score he got while practicing, but that's probably his score. So if I 25k, I know I can win, but if I make any small mistake, I will probably lose. So that's where we stand right now. And I'm just going to jump right into the Francistown seed here. So yeah, as I said, it's very well signed. There are a couple of hills in the in the middle of the city with these little radio towers on them that are a very good way to orient yourself. So you can kind of look at the hills and know where you are if you're close enough to them to actually see them. So that's a useful thing. It's kind of like San Marino, how there's that big mountain in the center and you just have to like find the mountain and then you know what side of the mountain you're on. Same kind of deal. But yeah, the roads are very well signed except for the like really rural ones. So hopefully this is going to be doable. I'm guessing what happened to him was a pinpointing mistake, and by mistake I mean a round that wasn't pinpointable, so I will probably run into the same issue, if not more issues. But anyway, let's play Francistown here. I did manage to 25k the map practicing, but that obviously doesn't count for much. So yeah, this looks annoying to pinpoint, but possible, because we're pretty close to an intersection. So we have Meringue Gardens, and we went west, and this road is north-south. Meringue Gardens could pop up, but I'd rather just look for a street name here, to be honest, if there is going to be one nearby. Okay, the movement is annoying. It's a shame because most of the rounds I've had playing Francistown have not had crappy movement, but this should be the river, I think. So if we're crossing the river here, then it's not going to be the A1 though. Maybe here. Yeah, Meringue Gardens. Okay, so we're looking at this little off-road probably. Appears to be like something over here. The POIs are always quite unreliable, so it's not a good idea to trust them very much. But we're like, I mean, assuming that this off-road is just this thing here, which it pretty clearly is, that would just put us roughly there. I think I could do a little bit of click counting with the arrows just to be perfectly safe. It's about 2 clicks to get there. And about 7 to get to the big road. So, yeah, I'd say we're right around there, and that should be perfectly fine. 9 meters, good enough. He did 5k it, so he has played the seed, which all but confirms that his 24.8XX was his actual score on the seed. So again, beatable, but not easy to beat. Okay, again, I think the strategy here is just going to be to look for street signs. So we go kind of southeast. We have Bogaku Street, and we have the hills, I think. Yes, that is the hill. So it's east of me. The hills are here, so we should be somewhere maybe over here. Maybe not exactly here, though. Could be down there. Bogaku is here, okay. So we're in this little neighborhood. Again, I don't really know what this dirt road might be hard to find, but it's northeast. We go southwest to hit this. And when I go southeast, which one is Bogaku here? I think it's the one I'm on. So that would put us like there, or I go northwest. And so that's where I started. I have time, so I figure there's no reason to rush this. Bogaku Street. So I'm getting a little turned around here. I just want to make sure I have this right. I don't know what this off-road is. Bogaku Street is pretty straight this way. Street, rather. And then it turns one. So this has to be Mahole here, which means we started on Bokani. I think that has to be where we are. And we're pretty close to the intersection, honestly. Put us like right there, it's probably safe. I might move to make sure that Bokani is this street. This is called Rat something. Okay, right, yeah, that's it. Okay, we're clearly on Bokani here. I mean, we're pretty close to the intersection here. So again, I think just plonking like, yeah, right there should be fine. I don't know if this building shows up. Yeah, it kind of does. Maybe. I don't know. Go right there, should be fine. Oh, okay, it was a little scary. It was a little further down the road, but that's fine. Oh, he missed the pinpoint. Okay, so that's the round he missed, which means that he got all the rest of them, which means they should be pinpointable. So if I can actually get them, I can win here. This looks like that. So there's this random area down here in like the southwest that's like, there's a bunch of houses marked on the map, and the roads are built as if they're residential areas, but there's just no houses at all. So it's like really weird. So we're going north-south. Bit of a curve east here. I think we're near where my pin is, but I could be completely wrong about the area. Oh, I've actually been at this intersection in my practice. Yep, so this is definitely correct. So Mahatma Gandhi, yeah, so we're there right now. So we started south. I think I was just on this road the whole time, was I not? There's an off-road east at the start, then there's an off-road west. Then you have the curve in the road. So we're at TD Malo Street. Just a little bit south of the intersection, like right there. 3 out of 3. This looks a little awkward, actually. Again, pinpointing wise, looks a little annoying. Got street signs, which is good. We have Selolwe and Fokoje. And the hill is to our south, so Selolwe and Fokoje. I mean, the hill's like, it's basically south, maybe a little east. All the way up here? Silole, yeah. Fokoje, okay. So that would put us west of the intersection, which fits. So we're somewhere in this thing. I just got to make sure I get the right part of it. So wait for it to let me get on the road, and then so here's the one exit, and then here's the other. So at the start it looks like we're basically equidistant from the two exits, so I would put us around there. Do a bit of click counting. There's no reason to speed run this. It's like 3.5 clicks maybe. So it's like equidistant. Just right here should be just fine. Like, I don't know, right there. That should be safe, I think. One left, let's go. And again, yes, the draw range is 100, so a win. This would be a win. Okay, Moremi Street. This is a bigger street. If we could get its name, that would be good. Oh, we are right by the hill. So we're going to be just south of it here. Maybe in the middle? Or... Okay, you know what? I'm gonna go... Wait, there were street signs there? Rutherford and... Baines? It's like that direction. Rutherford, Baines. Moremi is over there. So Moremi is the one that comes off, presumably. So we would be right there, which makes sense. We have the curve there and the curve there. And that is a job well done. Couldn't have gone much better. I mean, 8 minutes 28. Again, it would have been quicker than that if I hadn't been super careful, making sure all the pinpoints were right, but you know, I'm not going for time. I'm going for score, and we got it. Let's go. And that's, I think when you win your away map, I think it's 4 points. So I think I get 4 points for that, which is huge. And honestly, I discovered that Francistown is kind of a pleasant city to play. It's really not that bad. So glad I was able to pull that off. And next up, we have no moving in Africa against WTF. What do I think about this map? I mean, I'm okay at Africa. There's some countries I'm pretty bad at, some I'm okay at. The problem is that South Africa is one of my worst countries for region guessing, and it's also the biggest one, except Nigeria is also quite big, but South Africa is huge, basically. So if you get a bad guess there, it could completely decide the game. It's going to have much more of an impact than countries like, I don't know, Uganda or Ghana or Senegal. So here we go. 1 minute per round. Let's play some Africa. So speaking of Senegal, so Senegal is like impossible to region guess, in my opinion. I have no idea how to do it. Especially rounds like this. It's like, I mean, it's not impossible, I don't think. There are probably people who can do it, but I'm not one of them. But given it's Gen 3, we know it's not down here, so it should just be... I mean, I think the best place to guess is just in here. It could be this road down here or this one here or something like that, but it's... I can't not guess in the middle here. It's just much higher probability. I mean, I could try and line up the road. It's extremely straight. It's just like... Could be this road, N3. Is that quite right, angle-wise? Oh, wow, we really don't have much time at all, do we? I think this N3 is not bad. It's quite straight, and it's in a decent area, so we'll try that. Jesus. Really? Why is that there? Okay. Yeah, I don't know. Even the border area, this road, it looks completely the same to me as any other part of Senegal, and like I can't tell it apart. It's not a horrible round, but it's not ideal. Hopefully the next ones go a little better. Except it's South Africa, so it's not going to go better. Oh god. Yeah, this is so hard. Okay, so these polls are most common, if I'm not mistaken, in Limpopo, Gauteng, Mpumalanga, and Northwest. So it should be one of those states. I think it's quite green. I'm not sure I would go Limpopo. I think I prefer somewhere along this kind of latitude. It's quite hilly. It looks maybe sort of Eswatini-ish, but it's just kind of not that hilly. Maybe it is hilly over here. I don't know, man. I don't know what to do. I don't think it's northwest. I'm kind of drawn more towards the east-ish area, so I'll go near Middelburg here. And that's fine. I mean, it's a very good guess from Henk Jan, but that's not my opponent, so I'm in second place here so far, which is quite solid. Nothing wrong with that guess, really. What the hell? I've seen, oh god, I've seen this road before, but I'm not going to remember which one it is. So this is like, I think it's out here, like the Port Nolloth Road, or maybe it's one of these roads out here, this Gen 2 like sand road. Oh god, okay, so the angle's like, it's kind of northwest. This is too hilly. I think it's this road. So maybe we're just along the coast like this. It's like kind of a curve west over there. Oh god, what did I just do? It's kind of a curve west. I could go like there. I think maybe that's what I'll do. It could be further up. I don't know. I'm just gonna guess here and hope for the best. Good. I had the road. It was not the right stretch of it, but it was going to be quite hard to get the right stretch of it. I'm just glad that I knew what that road was, because it's a very specific thing. I mean, most parts of South Africa, I can't tell them apart, but there are a couple places that are, well, distinctive, and you can probably see why that road is distinctive. It just looks like no other road anywhere else in Street View. So, I'm glad I've had it before. And we're looking good here. I don't know if my opponent may have not played, but I think I'm doing quite well so far. Vume could be a place. It's quite palm-y, so maybe more south, like coastal even. Road is east-west. And there could be coast down there. I can't really tell, but I don't know. Vume could be a town, but I've never heard of it, so I don't really know. I think it's unlikely that I find such a thing. I mean, is it? It feels south, but I'm not very good at Ghana, so I'll go between Accra and Cape Coast. Ah, it's over there. Oh no, Vume. It wasn't, well, it looks like it was pretty small. I don't think, it's fine that I missed that. I maybe should have known it was east, although I can't really tell, to be honest. Ghana's not easy. I'm not too mad about my guess there. Let's close it out. Oh, you're kidding me. Okay, well this looks almost eerily similar to the last one, right? With these green hills. Do we have any polls to help us out? I can't really see that poll very well. It's just one of these, I guess. I think that's just kind of a generic poll. But it looks like almost Eswatini again, right? I mean, last time we were up there, I'm tempted to just go in the same area here. Are these pine trees? What are these things? I don't know. Yeah, I think I go same area here. I'll basically make the same guess as last time, because it feels like the same kind of thing. Watch it be like Cape Town. South Africa's so weird, but I like this area a lot. Whoa. So it actually was a good deal further south. It's such a hard country to region guess. So it's near Durban. I mean, I know Durban... Between, like, Durban and East London, you get a lot of, like, tall pine trees, but I'm not sure those were the same trees that you normally see. This is Gen 4, which is interesting. Normally the pines that you see on that coast are more... The leaves are more uniform, like you see them further down the tree. I'm not sure it's the same species. Anyway, it's an okay guess. I've had better, but I think my guesses in the other rounds hopefully redeemed that one. 21-3 is not an amazing score, but honestly, for a seed with 3 South Africa, it's actually pretty good. So we'll see if my opponent has played here. Oh, he has. Yeah, he didn't do very well at all. Nice. Okay, well that's going to be 7 points out of the week. What the hell is he good? Did he give up? What? Wait, what is he doing? Okay. Senegal. Wow. We had the same idea in Senegal. Round 2 was this one. He went Lesotho. Yeah, okay, so he's a moving player. He's very good at moving. He plays in Reddit League, etc., etc. So he's a good moving player, but in a no-move game, like, he doesn't even know that Lesotho doesn't have Gen 2. I mean, for a no-move player, that's like basic knowledge, but again, for a moving player, you don't really have to know that. Round 4 was basically the same. Round 5 was basically the same. And then, I don't know what the heck happened here. I was wondering if he just gave up, but it's not like he knew my score or anything. What is he doing? Like, I can understand a moving player not knowing that Lesotho doesn't have Gen 2, but I'm not sure I can understand a player with this much experience going Namibia. I mean, there's just not Street View in Namibia. I feel like everyone who plays at this level would know that. It's weird. I don't understand it at all, to be honest. But I mean, even without that round, given the Lesotho, I think I had the edge anyway. But it's a weird one. I don't know. I guess he didn't know Namibia didn't have Street View, or he thought it did, or thought it was a photosphere or something. I'm not sure what happened there, to be honest, but I will take the win. And that's a double win, so that's going to put me on 21 points, which it might put me in first. It probably won't, but I'll be close to first for sure. That's about as well as that week could have gone. Because once again, the draw range for moving maps is 100, so I did win by a little more than 100, so I'm home free. 7 points out of a possible 7. Can't go much better than that. So happy with this week for sure. Once again, I'm going to have a random map next week, and it's Tampere, Finland, which is probably going to be worse than the other random maps I've had so far. But, you know, we made do with the random map so far. We'll make do with the next one. So, yeah. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in as always. Hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next week for another installment of the Map Battle League. Until then.